The iPhone 17e might just be Apple's most confusing release yet. And here's why. This time, Apple wants you to clearly understand why it costs less than the regular iPhone 17. After the success of the iPhone 16e, Apple seems to be changing its strategy, not just to make phones cheaper, but to make the difference between models more obvious. Reports suggest the iPhone 17e is set to launch in early to mid-2026, marking Apple's continued effort to reach a wider audience with a more affordable iPhone option. Here's the catch. It might not be as impressive as last year's model. According to Apple insider Mark Gurman, the iPhone 17 won't quite live up to the iPhone 16e, which, when it launched, made the standard iPhone 16 look like a poor deal. Back then, people loved how the 16e offered great performance and features at a much lower price. This time, Apple wants to make it clearer why the E model is cheaper. In other words, Apple doesn't want the 17e to overshadow its main iPhone lineup. It'll be priced around $599, the same as the 16e, and targeted at people who just want a solid, everyday phone without all the flashy extras. What exactly will the iPhone 17e bring to the table? Well, let's start with what it won't have. Don't expect the premium features you'll find on the standard iPhone 17, like the high refresh rate promotion display. Instead, the 17e will likely stick with a 60Hz screen, good enough for daily use, but not the smoothest experience you can get. While the iPhone 17 series has seen major camera improvements, the 17e will probably reuse the same 48-megapixel sensor found on the 16e. So, camera performance won't be a huge leap forward. That said, it's not all bad news. The iPhone 17e is expected to come with Apple's new A19 chip, a major upgrade in speed and efficiency compared to the previous generation. This chip could make the phone faster at multitasking, streaming, and handling apps, while also improving battery life. Plus, there's talk that Apple might refresh the design. The iPhone 16e looked like an older iPhone 14 with its notch, but leaks suggest the 17e might finally adopt the modern look with a dynamic island, giving it a more premium appearance, even without the top-tier hardware. Now, speaking of performance, don't expect it to match the flagship models, but the scaled-down A19 chip should still deliver a surprisingly smooth experience for its price. Everyday tasks like browsing, social media, and video playback will feel faster and more seamless. There's also buzz about a new communication chip, possibly the C2, which could boost connectivity and help conserve energy. True, that could mean up to 28 or 29 hours of battery life on a single charge, which would be impressive for a budget iPhone. Wi-Fi 7 support might also make its way in, offering faster and more stable wireless speeds, especially for people who stream or game on their phones. Still, the biggest selling point of the iPhone 17e will be its affordability. $599. Apple is clearly targeting students, first-time iPhone users, and anyone looking for a dependable secondary phone. It's the perfect device for people who want the Apple experience without paying premium prices. But at the same time, the subtle downgrades might make you question whether it's better to just grab a discounted iPhone 16e instead. Because once the iPhone 17 lineup drops, the 16es price is bound to fall, and for some users, that might actually be the smarter buy. Apple's move here is pretty strategic. The company learned from the iPhone 16es launch that giving too much value at a low price can make the standard models look overpriced. This time, Apple wants clearer separation. The 17e will deliver solid performance, a clean design, and reliable battery life, but it won't steal the spotlight from its pricier siblings. And honestly, that's a clever way to make the entire iPhone lineup look more balanced. Still, the iPhone 17e isn't just a rebranded version of last year's phone. Apple knows the mid-range market is heating up fast, with brands like Samsung, Google, and OnePlus offering powerful devices at similar prices. The 17e has to compete with phones like the Galaxy A series or Google's Pixel 8a, both of which offer strong hardware and cameras at similar costs. To stay competitive, Apple needs to offer more than just name recognition, and that's likely where the A19 chip and small design upgrades will come into play. If you're someone who prioritizes performance, battery life, and value over luxury, the iPhone 17e could be a very smart buy in 2026. If you want the latest features like high refresh rates, better cameras, and advanced AI tools, you'll probably need to look higher up the lineup. Still, the 17e will make a great entry point into Apple's ecosystem,